Diane here, some more decluttering inspiration for you today. I'm working in the bathroom, the basement and also the bedroom, the guest bedroom. So if you haven't already guessed, boom boom, we are in Flylady Zone 3 this week for decluttering and detailed cleaning. You don't need to be working using the Flylady system. I like the zone idea because it keeps us focused in on one area per week, but also allows us to move on to the next place. And then before you know it, we'll be back in the zone again and you've got fresh eyes to see what you've got. So anyway, let's have a wee look and see what I've got. I've gathered our items here in the little IKEA stool that we have here in the bathroom, but of course, usually what we do is, as soon as I find an item, I put it in a box or a bag for donating, or it goes in the recycling. Some hair accessories and also kind of fancy tattoos that are meant to look like bracelets. Nobody's going to use those, so those are going to the next swap party that we have. Also a couple of masks. I don't really like sheet masks, so those are being donated as well. Dental floss. I never use this kind of dental floss. I like the little sticks, but I'm actually going to keep that and put that in my baking supplies because you can use that for cutting, you know, if you make pizza spirals or cinnamon buns, so that's going to go there. Some shine spray that I got a clothes swap. I haven't really used it much and I don't really need it for my type of hair. There's still a lot left in it, so that's back to our swap party. A decorative item, that's going to come out of here. I'm not sure if I'll hold on to it or maybe use it in another room. I shall spare you this one. This was actually one of the kids' braces, and I don't know why we're still holding on to that. Very, very old lady shave. I'm not going to pass it on to anybody else. I don't think that would be hygienic. So that's going to electrical recycling. What I usually do is I just use a little razor, and I shave every day when I'm in the shower anyway. Think about your kind of hair elastics, you know, have they lost their mojo? One last thing that I found that I'm not going to get rid of, but I'm going to wash it and keep it. This is a little toilet bag, and it was one of the first things that my son learned to sew in the sewing machine when I taught him to sew years and years ago. He must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7. Anyway, it was made out of an old face cloth and some Pokemon fabric. So there we go. I still really like it. So that's my little nostalgia item that I have rediscovered and I'm going to use and love. Pika pika! So the next room that I looked at was our guest bedroom, and I just keep it very, very simple in here. I've been moving things around a bit. Got the bed, some old drawings that I did, life drawings many years ago. Got a wee bit of hanging space for guests, and then I've moved round the chest of drawers that we had from my dearly departed Danish father-in-law. I've moved that over there, and I'm bringing in that mirror which will go on the wall, and then there you can see the basket chair, and that's what I'm working on at the moment. Let me just turn you around and I'll show you. Last week I was going through all the kind of throw pillow covers. Anyway, from the bedding in here, I've got a set of sheets, duvet covers that I really don't like. I prefer the ones that we have, and we use these ones on our main bed as well. So I just kind of change between those. So these ones are going. I check with the kids before anything goes out because my kids have both got their own flats now. Also this week, woo! It's all going to fall down. Going through the extra duvets and pillows that we've got. And I think the kids will probably take a single duvet and a single pillow each, because they've each got an inflatable bed at their apartments, so that if they've got a friend to stay over, they can quickly, pull out the bedding and a duvet and a pillowcase and some extra sheets. So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen to those. And if not, I'll probably take those ones to a refugee centre. Okay, we have come down to the basement where the light's a bit weird down here. But anyway, maybe you don't have a basement, maybe you have a storage room, maybe you have a garden shed that you want to look at this week. Or maybe an airing cupboard. It doesn't really matter where. Just join in with me and have a fresh look at what you're keeping. This is the room where I do my laundry, my load of laundry, and do the ironing. And it's also the room where I keep one of my favourite things, which is an old poster from my bedroom back in Edinburgh. in the 1979, probably this one, and my badge collection, hubby's extra books, you know, we love our books, and things like suitcases. Anyway, I'll show you what I've found to declutter. Starting off with, woohoo, these coat hangers, you know, these kind of velvet coat hangers, which I really did not like. I really regretted buying these, but they're useful for some things, but I really find clothes difficult to get on and off them. And my bestie V, because she really loves these coat hangers, so she's getting another 5 of those. I think I've got about 2 or 3 left, so woohoo, go me for that. Also, I'm looking at our kind of camping gear, sleeping bags, inflatable beds, all that kind of thing, because our kids have moved out now. We're not going to be using a lot of the things again. To begin with, I found this little camping towel, you know, one of the ones that really folds up small. I have enough of this kind of towel for my winter bathing, so that one's going to our next swap party, which is coming soon, woohoo. And also down here, this is where I keep electronics. Now, I'm a bit like my dad in that respect. My dad, bless him, he was an electrical engineer, and he would hang on to every single little thing. He wasn't a hoarder, but you know, he grew up in that time of never knowing where where money was coming from, and things could be reused and whatever. Anyway, technology catches up with us, and a lot of the technology now, this will not work anymore. So those are going to our recycling centre, our local garbage collection. They will actually pick up electronic recycling, all different, you know, we love recycling here in Denmark. So those are going, including, do you remember the Discman and the Walkman? We actually had 2 Discmen. This was back in the days where we used to have 2 cars. That was many moons ago when I was working in Luxembourg. And I've already decluttered many moons ago the other Discman. I was kind of holding on to this for nostalgia. Now it is time to say goodbye. Our kids were here last week. They went through their winter coats. This is where we store our winter gear, you know, things like winter boots. And they've gone through what they want to keep. They've taken away what they're going to use right now, and some of the higher end items that they don't want, I'm going to see if I can get those sold. So that's what's happening with those. A few odds and ends from last week. Remember last week I was working in the kitchen, thinking about cookery books, stuff like that. Another couple of Nigella Lawson cookery books. They'll go to the swap party. Also a tin, which I had been using for something. I've decluttered the contents. It was tea bags, and now that is going to, woo, go me. And I also found a few kitchen implements last week that I am never going to use again, like a melon baller. So I'll run those past the kids and see if they want them, and otherwise they are being donated too. So I hope that gave you a wee bit of inspiration. What can you declutter today? And remember, we're decluttering here so that we are keeping the things that really mean something to us, something that really, you know, gives us a wee bit of joy in our lives, that it really means something, like the Pokemon wash bag or the Buzzcocks poster. So anyway, let me know what you're going to declutter today. Hope I gave you a wee bit of inspiration. Live long and prosper. May the Danish sugar be with you, and a rap, rap, rap.